I got this completely perfect retro Halloween fat quarter bundle. So I'm going to start working through some Halloween sewn projects you can make with this bundle, and I'll throw in a couple other projects as well that might inspire you to start creating those Halloween gifts and decor pieces that you might be wanting to make for your home or to gift to others. So today I'm going to start with a really easy tote bag, and this would be a great bag to give to your child or to actually make with your child for trick-or-treating or to gift to someone. It could also be used just for going around shopping and carrying your items along with you. You won't need a lot for this project. So you're going to need a tote bag, the panel from the Retro Halloween, and some heat and bond. I would recommend the Ultra Hold because then you don't have to sew it. That'll make this project very, very simple. Tote bag I am using is one that I made, and I do have a video that I'll link in the description, and I'll put a link up at the top of the screen here to the tutorial for making these bags. It is so quick and easy to put this bag together. And I also show how I made 4 of these for just $12. So definitely check out that video. So let's get started on the project. So let's take a look at this panel. It is so perfect, and there's so many great pieces on here. So we have Happy Halloween. I've got OHD, Obsessive Halloween Disorder, Tricks or Treats. It's spooky season. You say I'm a witch like it's a bad thing. Beware of little goblins. There are so many great panels on here. So what I want to do is choose one that I will think will work well on this bag. So it kind of is going to come down to making sure that it will fit and that it'll go with what I want to use it for. So I really like Tricks or Treats on this bag if it's going to be used as a trick-or-treating bag, right? But you know, there's obviously some other ones that will work too, depending on if you're wanting to use it to go shopping. Maybe this one would work great for Halloween to put on here. But I think I'm going to go with the Tricks or Treats for right now. So what I'm going to do is cut out this panel, and then I'm going to cut out the exact same size of the panel of my Ultra Bond. And I'm going to read the instructions to make sure that I use it properly, because it's going to help me attach it to this tote bag without having to sew anything. So I'm going to get the panel cut out in the same size of the Ultra Hold. All right, so I have my panel piece that I'm wanting to use cut out, and the heat and bond also cut out. So I'm wanting to fuse this kind of bumpy side that has the glue on it to the fabric. I have the wrong side of my fabric facing the bumpy glue dots, and the paper is on the back. Now, it does recommend to keep the paper side face up when fusing this first step. So I'm going to fuse this in place. And it does not show that it takes long. So I'm going to let that cool a little bit, and then I'm going to remove the paper backing so I can figure out how I want to situate it on the tote bag. But what I do want to point out is there are a bunch of great prints in here, and I was thinking some of them may still work on this project because I could fussy cut around like Tricks or Treat, Happy Halloween here, and maybe make a little bit of a collage with this. You know, put this panel on here and add some of these accents around just to make it a little more fun. It's not something that I have to do, and I think this would look great on its own for a great little trick or treat bag, but I think it might be fun to add a little bit more, just to add a bit more Halloween and decoration. And there are a bunch of great prints in here like the little cats. You could cut out a black cat and just sit it on the corner. There's a lot of fun things that could be done. So if I wanted to add those, what I can do is fuse some of this heat and bond on and do the same thing and just layer some more of these great Halloween prints on here, or even pull from some other fabrics that might be in my stash. But what I'm going to do is figure out by using some rulers where I want it to lay, so I'm making sure that it's straight. So if I put it here where it is 4 inches up, it might be a little high, so maybe 4.5. And then it looks like I did a great job just randomly cutting, because I'll have just about 1 inch on each side here. So I think that'll look good. So I would just pull the backing off that paper back here. And then I still have glue on here on my fabric. That is going to be what holds this in place for me after I iron it again. So using the ruler can help me keep it straight, and then I would just use my iron to attach it in place completely. And then I'm going to decide if I want to add a little bit more decor around here with the other fabrics I have and see what I can create. So I think what I decided to do is use this great border strip here, and I already attached some of the heat bond. And what I'm going to do is cut some of these strips out very intentionally. So I want this black strip on the end for the sides of my panel here, and I'll just cut it down to size. And I have, well, I wonder if 1 will be long enough. So it's kind of like scrapbooking right now. We're just making a collage, sort of. So 1 is long enough. So then I want something for the top and bottom, and I'm going to use this Beware Boo Hocus Pocus, and I kind of want it to be similar in width, so I'm going to cut right at this orange down here. And then I'll trim very intentionally to match the sides, but also make sure that I'm getting a nice, you know, a nice look at what the words are here. And I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to cut off this black border. I thought I may need it for the sides, but I'll save this for something else. And then I'm going to cut off up here at the brown top. And like I said, I can save these for another project. I may cut off this cream, or I can overlap it to make sure I'm covering up the ends of these strips. So I'll just have to play around with that, but I definitely will need to measure after I get these sides on and see the exact length I want to cut off, and then I can use my ruler and line up and see where I want to cut, since I can see through it and make sure I'm getting the exact size that I want to. But it looks like I'll be able to get in the Boo Hocus Pocus Beware, which I'm really happy about. And then it looks like here I'll have these 2 stars on the end, and it's spooky season, happy Halloween. I think this is going to end up being a really cute bag. So I'm going to get the sides fused on and the 2 borders trimmed and put on, and then we'll take a look at the finished bag. All right, so here is how the Trick or Treat tote bag turned out. I think it is so adorable. The fun thing about this bag is that you can make it look however you need it to look for what you are using it for. There were so many great panels on that piece of fabric that you could do a ton of these bags and still have some left over. So I am going to be using some of those panel pieces in some other projects like pillows and things like that. So keep on tuning into my channel because I'll have some more of these videos going up all month long. All right, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye.